So, the new Tyler the Creator album is out. And I feel like if you're here, you've probably listened to it and have your own thoughts. But here's mine after 4 listens. I wrote this review on the day the album dropped. And I want to start off by saying first, hi, how's your day? My name's Evan. I hope you're doing fantastic. And I hope I can make your day just a little bit better. So without further ado, I'm going to give my initial thoughts and first impressions, then talk about specific details. And I have no experience diving deep into albums and writing a review. This is all new to me. Take my badly articulated thoughts with a grain of salt. So, first off, I really like this album. This, on my first listen, was truly an experience because at this point, Tyler has clearly refined his creative image. And looking at interviews with him, he talks about his mentality with critiquing himself and his work. And it has now led to this album. One of its biggest strengths is how smooth of a listen it is from start to finish. Every song seamlessly moves into the next. And you can definitely tell he put a lot of work into how he wanted to get his messages across through these transitions. Another massive strength this has is the variety of sounds hitting your ears throughout. Tyler has a great mix of lyrical, storytelling-based songs that are primarily focused on exploring Tyler's thoughts and feelings, which he does go in depth a lot in more than any other album before. Then, all of a sudden, the album goes into hyped up, energetic bops multiple times. But it's still very smooth, and it's a good transition between songs. Another thing I want to point out that I know other people have already said this, but this is the most vulnerable Tyler's ever been to date. This is his Mr. Morale, if I do say so myself. This is great because yet again, we see Tyler open up a new side of himself for us to see. We get to dive deep into how Tyler feels about certain things, and this delivery is amazing. Absolutely amazing, for sure. On the production side, I think this is by far Tyler's best. I mean, I don't even know how you could get better on the production side than what he's done here with the callback beats and the phenomenal vocal performances from the likes of Daniel Caesar and Tizo Touchdown. I love it. I absolutely love it. And this album has my favorite intro from any of Tyler's albums. It got me hyped and excited, and Tyler's bars were straight fire. However, the outro was not my favorite, and for only one reason. This man's excessive breathing just bothers me. It's like kind of just extra for no reason in my mind, and I'm just not a fan personally. I'm just not a fan. But other than that, that track is fantastic. It's a great outro. It's just that breathing bothers me. Another track that does this is Judge Judy. It just has moaning at the end that is uncomfortable to listen to. And I'm a Mac Miller fan, so I have experience listening to this uncomfortable moaning, and it's just still hard to listen to. It's weird. And no song, I've never heard a song where this adds to the song in any way. This one does it better than the Mac Miller songs that have moaning at the ends, but Judge Judy's still, that's an issue. It would be better without the moaning. A lot of times in this album, the words are hard to understand or hear from Tyler. And I understand that's kind of a strength because it gets people coming back and listening to it more than once. But you know what else does? Making fast and complicated quality bars, which Tyler also happens to succeed in doing. But I don't know. I just think some songs have lyrics that are overshadowed by the beat in both volume and because Tyler does not do that much to articulate his voice when he's rapping. So it's hard to understand. Really, the only articulation he does is during hooks or choruses or any type of singing he does. But when he's doing actual verses, it's kind of monotone. And it gets overshadowed by the beat. So, a good example of that would be like Take Your Mask Off. Great song, but hard to hear and understand Tyler sometimes in there. And can everyone agree that we all overhyped this album when Tyler first released Saint Chroma? I had friends naming all these different people that would be on the album, including Frank Ocean. But the sadness when I first looked at the track list and saw nobody? Not a single official feature on this album. I know there is features, but you're telling me not a single other person was officially featured on this album? It's tragic, man. Especially with how everyone overhyped it. But it's whatever, I guess. It's still a great album, so I just think people put too much expectations on Tyler at this point with how good his previous albums are. Other than that, I really don't have any big critiques. I think the album is solid, and I definitely need to dive into the lyrics more and break each song down. But man, it's hard to find the time, so this is what you guys get. I can tell this album has got some layers and they need to be peeled back, but just from a humble music listener such as myself, it's fire. It's great. I loved it. And I will definitely be returning to it. Whether or not I'll be breaking down the lyrics, that's up in the air, but as it stands, great album. I won't give it a rating because I'm not good at rating, but it's a good album. Man, I need to start finding more time to post for you guys. I feel bad, but you know what? I'm working on multiple different videos. It's just taking time, so oh well. Anyways, I'll see y'all next time. Maybe in another album review. Maybe I can review Eternal Take. That's when I'm recording this review, is on October 31st. It's about an hour before Lil Uzi drops that album, so maybe I'll do a review on that. We'll see. Anyways, peace.